Hello cellists! In this video I'm going to give you some tips on how to make a strong, beautiful sound on your cello. Before you start, make sure that you always warm up. It's really important that your muscles are all loose and free. So you can do some shoulder rolls. You want to make sure that your neck is free. You also want to make sure that your arms are free. So these are called ski jumps. You slide all the way up the strings. When you get to the end of the fingerboard, you jump off and then do a big circle with your arms. And then shake them out. Okay. So, in order to make a good sound on your strings, you want to get your string to vibrate. When I pluck my string, you can try it, you can see the string gets really, really fat and it goes really wide. You can see it vibrating. You can try that. Now, when you play with your bow, you want exactly the same thing to happen. When you draw your bow across the string, it's like loads and loads of little plucks. As I bow across my string, I can see my string vibrating loads. It gets really, really wide. So just have a go at that. And watch your string vibrate. In order to get a really big sound, you don't want to press really hard into your string. If you press really hard, you'll get a kind of scratchy sound. If you press, I'm pressing now. Now that gets a scratchy, not very nice sound. So you just want to imagine that your arm is really heavy. And think of something really heavy like a brick. And imagine that your arm weighs the same as a brick. And you let all your weight rest, travel, rest into your bow and then rest into the string. And with your heavy arm, then you pull your bow across the string. Make sure that your arm feels nice and loose. Another thing you need to remember, you need to keep that bow between the fingerboard and the bridge for the best sound. If you play on the fingerboard, you get a very quiet sound, kind of a muffled sound. If you play too close to the bridge, you'll get a very scratchy sound, which is not very nice. You want to be in between the fingerboard and the bridge. One last tip. You want your bow to always be a right angle to the string. If your bow faces this direction, you will lose contact with the string and it will not make a very nice sound. This kind of sounds fluffy. And if your bow goes this way, it will also make a similar fluffy sound. You want your bow to be a right angle to the string and halfway between the fingerboard and the bridge. So I'm going to play you a scale of G major. And if you want to change the volume, you can do that by using more bow. If you want a bigger sound, if you want a quieter sound, you can use a bit less. You can use your bow for all sorts of different effects. Okay, hope that's helpful.